Welcome in, Renegades. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of an update. We've been having a little bit of health complications in the last couple of weeks that have, gotten better. I was a little bit sick, so I haven't been making content. So we're going to start making content again weekly. So I don't want to promise anything, but hopefully I will be back to making videos 3 times a week now that I am feeling better. I do appreciate everybody's support and understanding during this time. I did have to take some time off of my regular job as well. So we're doing better now. Hopefully things get better, but we're super excited because there is no super cycle per se in crypto, and how I'm preparing to make my profits is going to be pretty simple, right? We're going to be doing a lot of different um, dollar cost averaging strategies. So I'm stacking up as much CKB as I can right now. I'm going to be grabbing every crypto. We're going to be concentrating mainly on CKB, ICP, Ethereum, Solana, and we are going to grab up some Bitcoin and everything. So, this is an interesting time in crypto because never before have we seen a cycle like this where we saw Bitcoin and Ethereum and like BNB and a couple of others and Zcash really skyrocket. And we did see ICP have a nice pump because of the news with caffeine and everything. But I think CKB saw its bull run early along with a lot of other cryptos. So it was an interesting bull run as we saw the biggest pump at the first part of the bull run and then a second smaller top at the end of the bull run. And so this kind of tells me one thing. It is in a way a super cycle now for altcoins as each one could have their own individual bull markets, right? So it might not be another 2 years till we see a bull market in CKB or anywhere else. We could actually see this happen pretty soon. Now with Bitcoin, it's pretty locked into the halving and a lot of that. But watching Bitcoin go from that $90,000 range down to 60,000 in a matter of weeks, and it didn't absolutely dump crypto down to the ground. That gave us a huge indication that we could still see an altcoin season. What's up, everybody? How are you tonight? We are back live after a little bit of a break because of some health stuff. But I'm going to get back into some TA. I actually built some indicators in the charts. We're going to look where CKB is going to be. I think these are dream level prices. Right now, we are concentrating on a strategy that is going to make us the most money because honestly, this last bull market, I did not make as much as I did the first one. And I know why. It's because I was investing in like single cryptos too much. My portfolio is going to be diversified from now on with mainly Solana, CKB, ICP, Ethereum, especially Ethereum under $2,000, guys. This is the time to buy crypto. CKB at 0.001635. I mean, that is an insane price. These are dream level prices, guys, and we're going to make a lot of money on this channel. We're going to events. We actually got invited back to Miami, which is Mining Disrupt. They actually liked the show that we took over the stage. We didn't get permission, but we did take over the stage, and we had an amazing time. And the event actually took notice and reached out to some of the leadership that was behind the CKB thing and was like, "Hey, are you guys coming to Miami?" So this could be really cool. A lot of things are going positive for the future of CKB. There's a lot of different events. Rare Evo is going to be one of the next ones that we're going to get a booth at, hopefully. So interesting things happening, but I want to talk about profits. So everything on my channel in the next couple of months is going to be 50-50 from the technical side to I'm going to dive deep into how we're going to make money this time. We need to re-strategize because I'm going to tell you, I don't believe in a super cycle. I believe the cycle has shifted for altcoins and we're going to see individualized bull runs. That is what I think has shifted because a lot of the big money now is in crypto so they can manipulate it. But I'm super excited to show you guys a couple of things I've been working on. Yes, I've been sick, but I never stop, giving you guys the best content that you can have. So, I mean, the bear market's crazy that it started with Bitcoin going down to 60K. I don't think Bitcoin's going to go much lower. So we could gradually see a shift in the cycles to become a super cycle. Are we in a super cycle yet? No. But with the halving, right, it causes supply shock, which makes less Bitcoin to sell by the miners. Well, now you have to think of it this way. Now the big money has a lot of Bitcoin. And when big money has a lot of Bitcoin, now they can sell it at these times where, okay, we had a cycle because the miners could only sell it at certain times. They'd get less rewards. So it had to be a regular 4-year cycle. So what we are going to see over time is it gradually change and we will see the cycle shift from that 4-year cycle to more of a stock market type flow. So when, the economy is doing good, it's already starting to happen right now with the presidential, stuff and the FOMC. We're starting to see Bitcoin tie into the actual federal government. And he said paper BTC. And that's why I like CKB and stuff like this because it hasn't been mass manipulated by the big markets yet. And so I'm excited to make some money in CKB and also see what they're going to do. A friend of mine, Jennifer Tran, is really into the quantum computing. She's actually used to be in Definity. She's talking with some of the people from CKB, doing some interesting stuff, just contributing to the community. And we love that kind of stuff. So with this super cycle that is going to gradually happen over the next few years, or I'm just going to call it like a stock market type flow, because Bitcoin is going to become integrated so tightly with our financial system that we're going to need blockchains like CKB to have, those side chains and, layers on top of Bitcoin, those layer twos for Bitcoin, which is going to be very important if it's tied into our financial structure of our government. And then you're going to watch other countries, come around. They're already starting to use blockchain technology, which they have been for years. And now it's going to be, they're actually going to be using the cryptocurrencies, like we saw with El Salvador and their Bitcoin, trial. I think all these things were kind of global tests to see how it would flow out. But I would be careful, with trying to time the cycles anymore. That isn't going to happen the way it was, and that's a big part of my strategy. Which is why I only made probably about 10 grand this bull market, in profits instead of the 50 to 100 that I was hoping to make, and even the 30 grand that I made in the bull market before. So most of my money came from making videos and doing stuff like that. But we're gonna redo our strategy, and that was just profit. That wasn't the money I made with my videos. That was just profit. Mainly leverage trading. I'm not gonna lie, I killed it leverage trading. The market was dumping, but I was kid. This is the best I ever did. I almost thought that like it was rigged in my favor for a minute, but then I started losing and back to reality. But we're gonna start sharing those victories with you guys, and if we're gonna trade, and if you want to join with me, you can. One of my good friends, Kyle Six Figs, he has a chart forecaster. I got really sick. He was supposed to give me free access to his technology, and I'm gonna hit him up and be like, hey dude, I'm ready for that now. And so hopefully I can have him on the channel and I can show my cool stuff that I'm doing, and then we can showcase his chart forecaster. We're gonna do some cool things, guys. I just want to let you know I'm back. I'm still not 100%. I almost didn't make a video tonight, but I'm dedicated, guys. My eyes, so the problem was I had like some liver issues. I have a fatty liver, but I think like when I sleep, I have sleep apnea, and it causes me not to breathe well. So I don't breathe well, and then oxygen doesn't flow And then, so it's a chain reaction. Isn't that my liver's bad? It's that the oxygen was making my liver work too hard and my kidneys were having to overcompensate because I'm at high altitude right now. And so my hemoglobin and my hematocrit rose pretty high. And so it kind of affected my whole body. It started like fighting itself. But I'm doing better now. I realized that I was overhydrating in the morning. It was flushing my kidneys, so I wasn't able to retain water even though I was drinking. It's called cold diuresis. So I was drinking cold stuff in the morning that affected me and pushed my kidneys and kind of dehydrated. And it was just this big loop and cycle of things that didn't make sense because I was eating healthy, exercising, I'm living right. And my body just went into some weird things. So yeah, fast. So it's about fasting, eating healthy. I'm drinking mineral waters. We're doing everything, smoothies. And I'm feeling a lot better. Thank you guys. I really appreciate that. Happy Friday the 13th. Anti-Valentine's Day is what everybody's calling it at work. So a bunch of my friends are going to be watching scary movies tonight and stuff. I'm a Valentine's Day guy though. Like I'm a romantic at heart. This girl at work thought I gave her a secret admirer thing, and I was like, no, you'd know if it was me for sure. It wasn't me, but let's find out who it is. But guys, yeah, so I'm excited for crypto. I'm excited for life. A little bit of sickness just made me kind of not get back to the breakout, comeback I was hoping for, because I have a lot of cool stuff in the works, guys, and I'm doing a lot of cool things. I've learned a lot in technical analysis, and I'd like to share that with you. So, guys, subscribe, smash that like button, and follow me this next Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I do have a church Bible study on Wednesdays. So on Wednesdays, I'm going to do an upload. So we're going to do an ICP video Monday. We're going to do like a Solana, Ethereum, like some other crypto on Wednesday as an upload, like a 5-minute upload, because I will be at Bible study. So I won't be able to do a live on Wednesdays. And then on Friday, we'll be doing our CKB lives. And then in there, we're going to have some Quai on there, because Quai, I think, is doing some really cool stuff. They're making a lot of revenue for the blockchain for buybacks. Now, this is one of the most lucrative buyback schemes I've ever seen in Quai Network, and I'm excited to do some TA and look at that too. So, guys, buckle up. We're going to make a lot of money this next, even bear market and bull market. We're going to stack up now. We're going to strategically diversify our portfolio, and we're going to make a lot of money. It's going to be 100K plus this next bull run, guys. All right. That being said, goodbye and good CKB. Bang!